Tatia Jankiewicz grew up in the Midwest. Father taught her to sail around the 7th grade. It became a deep passion. She began racing almost immediately. She carried this on for years, was a commodore of the sailing team at her college. Different boats that she's raced are Lightnings, Sunfish, Lasers, FJs, Cal 21s. For fun, she sailed Hobie Cats and also windsurfed. Today, Tatia shares her hardest sailing experience and 3 lessons she learned from sailing that she applies to life daily. Please welcome Toastmaster Tatia Jankiewicz.
Long golden fingers of light dance and weave through the wispy clouds, caress my honey-soaked face, and then dance on the top of the wake of the lake. I have my foot hooked in the middle of the boat, leaning back. I hold the mainsail. I control the sail. As I lean back, I tighten the sail. My father changes the tack. We go faster. When you balance your weight against that force of nature, the feel of it, you know what you're doing. You're in complete control, especially with my experience. I know every day, I got this. I'm there. All of a sudden, the wind changes. The boom comes barreling at my face. The boat is on its side. It's not bringing in water, but I'm climbing like a ladder just to get to the top. I look at my father, who the tiller is on his neck. He looks like a crab upside down. His legs are up. He has 2 fingers like this. I have to ignore that. I just keep climbing. My only job is to right that boat. I use all my weight. I was young. That was not this much weight. I use all my weight and plunge the boat back. And I sit, and we're on the other side. And I'm like, you good? He's like, good. So I grab the sail again. It happens from the other side. The boom comes, the boat is on its side. I stand up, now we're both climbing, and it was so much easier. We both did that. He said, lower the main, so I lowered the main. I look out at the other boats. What other boats? There was not one sail left. All the boats had collapsed. One was turtled under. Myself and 2 others, there were 2 others, that were standing. That was it in the entire race. That is absolutely my hardest experience. And I can tell you with honesty, I was not scared. You just react. And it's not because I'm so good at sailing, I've done it for so long. It's the manner and the way my father taught me to sail. When he taught me to sail, first of all, he's a big, tall, stoic man, a few words. He brings me to the bank and goes, look at the water. I'm in 7th grade, I'm like, okay. He's like, look at the water. Look there, 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 and there. And so I'm like, all right. So I look, stand like that. And then I see what he sees. There's slight waves over here, there's a ripple here, it's like glass right here, and it's choppy over here. I explain everything that I see. He says, exactly. He spent so much time explaining the water, the wind. He brought me into the presence of being there without even leaving the bank, without even touching a boat. In that moment, I learned how to sail. I didn't even know what the things on the boat were called yet, but I knew I would be able to handle it. Oh, that is the first lesson in life I learned. Presence. And I've carried that with me my entire life. The presence you do anything in will get you passed through into the right answer way closer than knowing the exact right pace. The presence you bring in your life counts. The second lesson in sailing that I learned, that I bring to life, is when you go from point A to point B, In sailing, you tack. You get the most wind, each tack is going to be slightly different. But it's not quickest to go straight. When you have a golden line, do you ever hit it in the first moment you see it? Of course not. Do you give up right away? I hope not. Sometimes you're meant to change direction, but other times we have to learn every single thing we do at every curve. The third lesson, when your life collapses and everything around you changes, your life capsizes. It's not whether or not you get back up. You will get back up. We all have resilience. There's no way we're not getting back up. It's how fast you get up. The longer you stay down, the harder it gets, and it's harder to face and embrace anything you're going through. So you just get back up, you get the boat up, you get your life up, you do whatever you have to do to right yourself again and go on. In life, it's about being completely present, changing with the directions, embracing your struggles, and going through it. In fact, having a strong finish, it has nothing to do about winning the race. Sometimes, it's just about your life standing. Thank you.